And now, without further ado, I have the distinguished honor and privilege of presenting to you the Queen of Color, the Mother of Artists, globally acclaimed, award-winning master acrylic artist, and the star of our show, Ginger Cook, as she once again mesmerizes her audience with the daring do's and don'ts of painting with acrylic.
All right, are you sure we're not muted?
I'm sure I'm not muted this time.
Oh, good.
I mean, now people can hear us early.
Huh.
Oh, man. There was supposed to be a professional outfit. Hey, look up at the camera. Hey, hi, Ginger.
Hey, John. Hi, everybody. I have my new glasses. I can see out of these. It might be a fun night. So welcome, everybody. Want to thank you for joining us for our Tuesday Night Live show. This is sort of fun. Tonight.
Sort of fun?
Well,
Right.
We're warming up to it. It's going to get funner.
Oh.
You know, it gets really fun, as the evening wears on. But, just for those of you who are these people? Well, we're going to teach a painting tonight, 8 by 10, on a canvas that's already been colored, kind of a yellow oxide and dried, some sort of color. And, but some sort of light background color is fine. You don't have to exactly that. But one of the things I like to do with our canvases, when, I know I'm going to be painting a lot of 8 by 10, so when I have any leftover paint, John just uses my leftover paint, and we paint canvases like this with just the leftover paint. So we have some sort of dried underpainting. This works really well. Tonight I'm starting with a kind of a yellow one, and we're going to be painting. I'm going to hold it up here, right? You have it shot down here.
No, I'm not.
We're going to be painting this lion.
Ooh.
Okay. All these colors. I thought this is sort of an artist's lion. Okay.
That's Larry.
And this is what we call stylized. Stylized art is where you take something that's sort of realistic, and then you sort of exaggerate the colors, or you exaggerate the shape, or you do something and you sort of add your own style to it. We've got actually a playlist with stylized art. I think some of you really enjoyed the peacock we did. It's fun. I think it sort of takes you past the photorealism, past the what you normally think of, and it's kind of somewhat impressionistic, but it doesn't have to be. So that's what we're going to be painting tonight. Also, we're going to have a giveaway tonight. At the end of the show, we're going to do one of these 10-minute giveaway things.
Okay, I got to be ready for that, don't I?
Yeah. And I'm going to show you how to grid on a picture. So, in other words, people are saying, well, surely she's going to do a traceable for that. Well, again, I'm going to show you how we're going to grid it on, okay? Because in life, chances are, if you see something you want, you may not have a traceable, something you can just trace, so then what? Or you want it bigger, you want it smaller. So we've covered this in several of our videos. One of my favorite ones is the red shoes. I should show you guys that later on. That's one that's on YouTube. Very, very popular video that we've done on this woman in high-heeled red shoes and blue jeans, and I started off very small with that, and I turned it into a 16 by 20. And again, you use the grid method. In fact, that's how murals are made. For instance, if you and a bunch of your closest friends decided to paint a big painting on a wall, say in the city, and you wanted to donate that, what you would do is you would grid the picture you were going to do and then make giant squares on the wall and give everybody a square or 2 or 3 and just get out of the way, and you'd end up with, that's how you end up with big pictures on walls, on murals. So that being said, let's bring on down to our table. And in the meantime, I'm going to invite you to subscribe to our channel. Again, it sounds like a broken record with me, but it's come to our attention that 50% of the people that watch any channel on YouTube aren't subscribers. And, some people, we actually did a survey, and some people thought you had to pay to subscribe, which is nonsense, YouTube is the last vestige of what we call free. It's free. And while it's true in a live show, you can donate to the artist if you like. How do they do that, John? I'm not soliciting, I'm just explaining.
Oh, if you do live...
If you're watching live, you can't do it on some phones, but you
right.
can...
You have a little dollar sign down there where the chat is, where you type in your chat.
Yeah.
You can just click on that. It'll say you're making a donation.
You can donate a buck or 2 or 10 or whatever you want to do. So if that, you can only do that in the live shows, but for the, but YouTube really is free. The artists that we do this, we put these up free, and we all have ulterior motives. Why do we do it? Well, one thing, one of my goals before I croak is to pass on the knowledge I have, because I think I was one of the first artists in this country to use acrylics. That's how old I am. And I'm considered probably one of the top acrylic artists in the world and have won all kinds of awards doing that. And I tell you that because I really know some stuff about it. And I found it's really easy to share it with somebody else. So you don't have to reinvent the wheel. I'm going to show you how to do some stuff that'll just make your life easier. And, we do ads, YouTube does ads, and we make sure that our there's advertisement going on. The ads really are nothing, really anything. I get, the artists get some money from ads. They do, everybody on ads. I guess if you had millions of viewers, you'd be cleaning up. But for the most part, it really isn't about the ads. So the ads maybe buy a tube or paint now and then. But what really is the satisfaction is knowing that you guys are learning how to paint. We also have an art academy. And we explain really heavy-duty stuff, and maybe some of this might invite you to come over to our art academy and take a look around too. So lots of different ways to enjoy acrylic painting and to get your toe in the water and really learn how to paint it. So sometimes people have said to me, "Gosh, your images are so hard. That's why we don't do them." They're really not. They're really not. They're just everything's broken down into steps like a puzzle. So the first thing we're going to do, you see we have this picture of a lion. I started off with a photo, black and white photo. Well, this isn't the photo, this is a black and white image of my picture, but I started off with a reference photo and found this picture. And then I went ahead and painted this, and then I went ahead and did a graph. This is 8 by 10, so obviously if you divide it in half, half of... This is 8 by 10, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so this would be 4, 2, 4. I mean, really basic. So if you're going to make it 16
so basically, you're making 2-inch squares.
2-inch squares is what I'm making. Okay, does that make sense?
The key is I've done that.
I've done that on the. Thank you, John. I've done that on the canvas as well. All right. I put the squares on here as well. Now, if this were 16 by 20, you just make it bigger. You just make bigger squares. Okay. Same thing if we were going to put this on a whole wall. Imagine this on the wall of your house. Make bigger squares, right? So we're going to call this square number 1.
One question off the bat.
Sure.
I forgot to pack my yellow oxide when I left. Can I make yellow oxide?
Can you make yellow oxide? You can, kind of. You can. You can take yellow and add a tad of Dazzling purple and a little bit of burnt umber, and you can kind of come close. Good question. 9, 10, 11, 12...
No,
13.
You didn't make perfect squares. We have somebody noticing they're not quite perfect.
No,
because the key is to make them the same.
Whatever you did here, you want to do here. So yeah. I don't care how you divide it up. Maybe you want to divide it up into thirds. I just try to make life simple, right? Yeah. So I'm going to say I know that up here in this square number 1, I've got this sort of half ear here. And then I can see up here in 2 that my head's coming around here, and I'm coming around to 4. And and then... Here we go, down about here like this to 4. And then I've got some face here. I'm just kind of coming around this part of the lion right here like this. Then this is halfway, right about here. This mark is about halfway between these two. It kind of goes in and out a little bit, crosses over just slightly under here like this. And here's our nose coming up. Our nose is just off center of this one, this middle one here, like that. And you've got a nose that's doing this. Right, like that. Let's see, I may have that too high. If you have, like, say, something like where this nose is, okay? See my nose? Like, I'm just going to make it where I can see it better, right? And here's this division. I could divide this again, because if I'm saying this is 2, if this is 2 inches right here, this was 2.5. So half of 2.5 is 1 1/4, right, John?
Very good.
1 1/4. So if I go 1 1/4,
looks like that's
come
about
across
the top
here like this, I would go across just like that, which is just the top of the nose. Do you see that? So I'm going to do that here too. This is 2.5. Okay, and here's a 1 1/4. So I had that a little high, right? Yeah. So I'm just going to eyeball this and say this is top of the nose right here. Okay. So then I know that, so when I put this in, you see, I know where it goes. Comes under here like this, cuts across like this, okay? So then my nose, here's this line here, coming up, and right where my eyes are. What I did where my eyes were was I made an X where the eyes were. I made an X right here, and I made an X here. So then I know that my eyes are coming off this way, and this comes straight down, and then over here a little bit. You can see in this square right here, this little triangle section right in here is where the other eye goes, and it's level. You see how these eyes are very level with each other? Okay, like that. And then there's this one. It's coming here. And then, all right, so we're going to got our nose here like this, coming down. Okay. I mean, that's pretty straightforward, right? And then we've got all this is kitty up here, so you really probably don't need much of this. As long as you have the outside shape of the mouth, you're fine. That's really all you needed. See that? So the thing is, get the eyes right, and I sort of exaggerated the eyes on this, so get sure that you get them right. They're coming down here about like that, and the nose is coming here. Yeah, perfect. And that's how easy it is to grid something on. Okay. You know, this is kind of, so don't try to get it too perfect. You just generally kind of know where the animale goes, right? Animale's going this way. Yeah, everybody's kind of good with that. There's your animale. So that's basically, and see, what do I know right here, back up in this square here, I've got kind of a dark area right there. Maybe I might mark that. Then everything here is going that way. Okay? So again, you don't need a lot. The other thing you could have done, let's see if we're right, is you could, if you just, oh gosh, I hate gridding things. I hate that. Just hate it. Okay, that's all right. Just come along here, fold your paper in half like this. You know, then do it again, like that. Do it one more time. And if you just hate rulers, some people really do, you know.
Oh, I know.
Just you start getting that rulers, they're screaming, yelling out of the room, going, not me, not me. All right, so look, okay, so then how did I do? All right, well, okay, I've got this one a little bit. I think it depends on where I put it. But, you know, you could have done it like this, okay, with the ruler. You could have done it like this. Here's the top part of the ears right here. Okay, we said that. And let's see, where's my eyes? I think I'm pretty good here. Well, this is why, you know, I'm not all that great with the ruler either, but let me just try this to make sure, because my eyes look a little low here. I'm looking at my picture thinking, I got the eyes a little low, and I did.
How did you put the grid on the canvas?
I went across here like this.
Oh, you measured it? So you
I
didn't
measured
measure
the canvas, and I didn't measure the paper, right? Right, so the paper's slightly bigger. Not really.
No, the paper's
I don't know how I did it, but, you know, I can see right now that I need to bring my eyes up because I got this grid line's wrong is what's happened. This second one here is not, well, it's 5, and I'm going to look here. Let's just look at this. Other people may be having this too. Here's 5 here too, right? That's 5 right there.
Well, now measure what it is on the paper that you used from, the one that you wrote on. Not that one. That one.
Oh, that's probably where I messed up on this one.
Right.
Yeah, 5. I got 5 off. That's what happened. 5's off. Okay, well, that's okay. I knew I was wrong here. Because, all right, well, good. It's a good thing we're double checking because the eyes are too low, which is easy. We'll just bring them up. Okay, look at that. I can do that. I'm going to bring the eyes up here. Thought I had that a little bit low. Okay, all right. So if you have that, you know, well, okay, that's fine. Make sure that your grid's accurate. I would say that would make the big difference. Make sure your grid's accurate. There, see? Brought the eyes up. Looks better. Okay, but that's because just should have folded it in half in the first place. Okay, well, so that you can see from this halfway point here, this line right here, that your eyes start about a finger above it. That's all. That's all that's really different. Your eyes are starting about a finger above it. Other than that, everything else should be fine. Let's see, what do we do at the bottom of this? As long as we're now you've made me crazy. Now I got to check the chin too. Make sure I got that right. We're assuming that we're saying, all right, so we're saying this is 5. Let's see, what did we say this one was? Chin was here, right where the bottom was. Yeah, below here. Yeah, we're good. We were just off on that one. Isn't that interesting? Okay. Well, perfect. All right, kitty's on. Done. Okay,
Yeah,
so
we're good.
now we're good. So let's put out some paper. Do we have any questions while we're starting? While I'm putting out some paper.
Why don't we put out some paint?
We're putting out some paint. We're putting out white, yellow oxide, cad yellow medium, cad red medium, purple, burnt umber, phthalo blue, and ultramarine blue. Okay?
The normal colors. Any questions? Somebody thought you did an animal similar to this. I think they're thinking of your kitty cat.
I did it, and somebody said they wished I had. It was one of the first videos we ever did, and it's really scratchy. It's like watching an old record, and everybody likes it, so we haven't taken it down. At some point, we're going to have to remake it. But in the meantime, we're doing this one. Okay.
We'd like to thank Miss Brooke for the donation. Love the line, and you both sound better. We are feeling better.
Thank you.
Do the squares have to be do they have to be perfect squares? No, the grid, whichever when you grid your piece of paper, you need to grid your canvas the same way.
The same way. You could do it in thirds.
You can do it in
thirds.
Whatever makes sense for the object. If you need more details, you're going to do finer squares.
Yeah, and you could, like, for instance, you saw me, you can draw an X across if you have a, you see, for instance, I had this line was wrong here. See this one? I had this line wrong. The line actually was up here. No, this was right. Sorry, this was right. But and this is the middle one. So like that, and let's see, what did we do with them? Here's where I folded it. So this was this, this is this square right here, like that. And here's if you did a line across here like this, it's right out the corner of the eye. So sometimes you just make more squares when you have detail. Does that make sense? You may be gridding something, and I might need a few squares, and you might need more, and that's okay. You just make whatever's in each square. That's what makes this so perfect, so simple to do. So a grid system is really, really easy. And, even though I absolutely managed to screw it up, it's really easy. Because whatever you do on the paper, just do on your canvas.
Is yellow orchid or oxide the base color?
Yellow oxide. Just drop the lid on that here. Yellow oxide is
8x10 canvas.
8x10 canvas. It's really simple. And one of the things I like to do immediately is I like to put the eyes in. Now, one thing you can do, and I encourage you to do it, you can do it with a pencil. I mean, with your paint, or you can do it with a white paint pen. I encourage you to put the eyes in and just let these. Because
you want them to be bright.
These have got to be bright, so they've got to start white. Okay, so I just did a paint pen on those, right? And on my nose, let's see, where did I do with that other paint pen? I had another one here somewhere. Had everything out a little while ago.
Goldie would like to know, is it easier to get the detail when you have more squares?
Yeah, sure.
Naturally.
If you had a really complicated piece, you'd do a lot more grids. And then you just draw. Anybody can draw little tiny grids of stuff. It's just anybody can do this. It just makes it so easy. So you think you have to know how to draw? You know enough to grid and draw what's in the grids.
This has been done by the masters for hundreds of years.
Yeah, Van Gogh thought he was a terrible artist. He gridded everything. He thought he couldn't draw at all. He had just total complex about drawing things. I think I'm going to take a little tiny brush and take a little bit of purple and ultramarine blue.
Yeah, what brush are we using?
Just a little tiny bright brush. This is a Sherpa number 2. It's Art Sherpa number 2.
That's a round one, is it?
Yeah, and I'm going to come down here like this. I want to put the nose in right away. It's almost a leaf pattern that comes down like that. These little nostrils, and then comes this way.
The white pen was called a Picasso pen.
Yeah, if you don't, not Picasso, it's called a Posca.
Posca.
Posca. Posca pens. If you guys don't have these, we got a link on our website. Amazon affiliate link. I use these all the time, and they come in fine point and wider points, and they're absolutely great. And they dry after about
few minutes.
I'd give it about 5 minutes, and they dry, and then they're permanent.
Just like acrylic. It is acrylic.
Yeah, they're acrylic pens, but unlike a lot of acrylic pens, okay, the difference is, unlike a lot of them,
they don't dry out.
They don't dry out.
Are we classifying this as a one cookie?
I think so. I think this is pretty simple.
Even with the drawing?
Yeah, I think that, learning how to draw something on this is not tricky.
All right.
It's just important.
It's a one cookie lesson, people. Everybody out there should be able to do this one.
I mean, this is pretty simple. And I think that one of the things that you're going to like about it, let me just put a little white with this purple now. Come across here like this. Say, here's the top of his nose. Like that. Just adding a little bit of white on that. There's the top of his nose. To me, if you get kind of where the eyes are, and I'm going to take a little bit of purple and kind of do a little bit of an outline here. Like that. You kind of know where everything goes, right? That's important. So this little pen's going in water. Our brush goes going in water. And let's take out a little, we really should unpack when we get home from a trip, John.
What are you
I'm
looking
going
for?
to suggest that because all our ruby satin silver brushes are in the box.
Well, you use that other one today.
Yeah, no, I'm using this one. Okay. So I'm going to start with some dark colors. You're going to see some purple, a little bit of cad red medium. Okay. Kind of make
it looks like a 3/8 inch angle.
Yeah.
All right.
And we're going to come up here. We just drop some paint up here, which I didn't want to do, but we'll just leave that sit there. It's an accident. I don't know that I would call it a happy accident. But I'm going to just say, here's some dark under here like this. We're just going to say this is darker here. Okay. One of the things you can do when you use your extra paint on canvases like this, it'll actually save you a lot of money. So now we're going to take a little bit of the red and add more red to that, make it kind of a rust brown color. We're going to come up here, kind of around our ear, and around the top of the head. We're going to darken this, like that. Just kind of fill that in, like that. I'm going to try to make this real simple. And the brush strokes do make a difference. They kind of are going out, like in a starburst pattern. Okay? And everything is in acrylics is about overlapping.
Overlapping and layering.
Layering and overlapping, leaving stuff dry. Okay? We're pretty good there. So now what? What could we do here? Well, maybe we would do a little bit of dark around this ear like that. All right, now I'm going to take a little more red with that. Come up here, just a little bit more red on the brush. Didn't kind of blend that out. Come around this side, add some red. It's more of an orange color. Okay, not trying to. Just going to come up here with some cad red medium, and you see where I'm kind of blended into where I have that dark. See, I've got paint on this side of the brush. Kind of big, bold, dark strokes going off here like that. Like that. And look, this is one of these, what we call it, because it's stylized, no two of these are going to be exactly the same. Okay? And that's fine. That's the fun part of a picture like this. It's not exactly the same. Going to put some more red on here, like that. Maybe a little bit of brown with that. Let's get a few little dark streaks coming up here, like that. There we go. Coming along though, huh?
Becky says, don't unpack. You'll be needing it again sooner than you think.
Why? Where are we going?
I believe there's a birthday cruise coming up.
There is a birthday cruise coming up. And listen, I was so excited. Other people have verified what I have said. We want to, a couple of you guys have signed up and are going to be on my birthday cruise. And again, it's January 29th.
31st.
Yeah, January 31st, I lied. Don't pay attention to me. Pay attention to John, right? Okay?
It's the 31st through that Monday. You get back.
It leaves out of Galveston, Texas, right?
Galveston, Texas, 5-day cruise on the Vision of the Seas, Royal Caribbean.
And we found out that the reason we picked this one was it was like practically free. An inside cabin for one person was under $300 a person. This was like $250 or something last time we looked. So imagine for under $600, you and your closest friend can go on a cruise together for 5 days, hang out with us. It'll be fun. If I get around to painting something, I'm not advertising this is a painting cruise. We're not telling people that this isn't what we call a group or anything like that. Now you notice I've added a little bit of white and yellow to this color. I'm going to lighten this ear right here. I didn't do any of that. This is just, John and I happen to be going. If you want to go too, if we have a travel agent we use, and she said if you go through her, you don't have to, but if you go through her, you're more likely to be able to hook up with us in the sense that, eating at the same time, that kind of thing, dining. Well, we'll try to make this a fun cruise for everybody that wants to come. And 5 days is enough if you've never cruised before.
To give it a try.
Give it a try. And I think it'd be fun to have a nice group. I know we've got about 2 or 3 people coming, different ones. All right, so I'm adding a little bit of yellow oxide, a little bit of white to this mixture, and I'm coming under here like this, and I'm starting to layer colors onto his face up here like this. Okay, under here like this. You see me adding colors.
So if you're interested in the cruise, use the Contact Us form on gingercooklive.gallery, and we will send you more info.
There's that wet purple. I guess I'll kind of mush that around.
Speaking of mushing that around, I'm glad you did that, Miss Ginger, because we had a question here from, I think it was Jennifer. Let me see if I can find it. Yes, Jennifer asked, how do you decide where to put the colors?
Well, you've got, take all your colors out and make yourself a color chart and see what they look like in black and white. Now let's just take a look at this for a minute. If this is, you can see where, see these colors here? See how light it is by black and white? See how it's light here? See this light green? You see how dark the browns are? So certain colors are going to read. This blue, see where this blue is reading right here is a light color? But this dark brown is not. This red is reading darker. Get a sense of what your colors would look like, black and white.
So it gets
because
so your eyes
you
get
still
the right
have
contrast.
to follow the pattern of whatever you're painting. It doesn't matter what colors you pick. It's got to either be light or dark. Does that make sense?
And how do you decide on your background color, not the undercoating? Like you chose the brown back behind.
Well, I wanted the lion to stand out.
So you're going again with the
there's a contrast.
color.
Wherever there's a light, there's a dark. That's a rule.
Is that your rule?
That's a rule.
Whose rule is that?
Well, goes back to ancient times, man. That's just that's an old painting rule. Wherever there's a light, there's a dark. Like, for instance, he's got light around his eyes, little light here kind of coming down around his nose, okay? Then he's got, and then generally in painting, you start with your darkest colors. Here's a little bit of burnt umber and cad red medium making kind of a reddish brown. In painting, you start with your darkest colors and then add your lighter colors on top. In acrylic painting, you go from light to dark. So see, I'm going to get some more brown, maybe a little blue.
Wait.
From dark to light, rather, sorry. Dark to light. Acrylic painting, you go from dark to light. And watercolor, you go from light to dark.
Yes.
So, you've got to, you know that you're going to have some lighter colors and some darker areas. So you see the brush strokes are all kind of going in that, they're coming around. So we're just filling this in here like that, see? Okay, and I've got them coming up here in the center. Know that there was going to be something dark here down toward his nose. Okay, and at this point, I'll come back up here maybe with a little yellow oxide, a little paint there. Now look, that's too much paint. So what you do is you wipe off your brush and just maybe blend some of that out a little bit like this. Because this lion is a lot of different colors. So let that be there like that. I want something around his nose like this. Now as I come down into this part, his nose, I know I want it a little bit lighter above his nose right there. I'm going to come even lighter under his eye, like that. Just add a little more white. Acrylics dry darker. Okay, maybe a little light right there. Okay, so what you're doing all the time is you're either adding a lighter or darker color, and when you have to look and see how it's working for you. Okay, so now what? Is this dried enough yet? This is white? Not quite. The white's still a little wet, so we'll keep going on his eyes. Let's make a little orange color. Cad yellow medium, a bit of cad red medium, a little bit of an orange color. And so that's cad yellow deep. What happened to cad yellow medium? Oh, let's try that. See the difference? Well, that makes a big difference. All right, here, a little bit of brighter orange. I want to come up here. Say I want a little bit of orange, lighter orange up in here toward the top. Maybe want a little bit of lighter orange up in here. Let's start up here with some color. Maybe right here in this part of his nose. I'll make it a little bit lighter here. Coming this way around his eye. As long as I'm doing colors, maybe I'll put a few little strokes of this color here, like this. Couple, 1, 2, 3, stop. Again. How about a little bit of this color right around here? You see, I'm just using the side of the brush and starting to shade. Okay, and let's see what else could we do. I don't want to get into the blues yet. I want to stay in the warm tones. You notice I'm staying in all the oranges and the reds. Those are the first colors that we're going to be in here. The red colors, okay? That's the thing. Now we're brightening that up. See that? Maybe brightening something up here. Brightening something up here. Maybe this way. Okay, and the same thing here. If you wanted to do something like this and you found a picture of a lion or something you want to do this with, get a black and white photo of it and go with the black and white and then test your stuff. See how you did. A bit of red here maybe. How about a little bit of this light orange around this eye up this way? Looks kind of exotic. Up here, how about that? Okay, so we just start building up colors. Any other questions, John?
Not at this time, ma'am.
Okay. So anyway, we're excited about this. We're going to be going. Someone did ask where we were going on this cruise. We're just going to Mexico, Cozumel and stuff. But one of the fun things that John and I did one time when we went to Cozumel is we rented ATVs, and we went ATV riding. We're not doing it this time, but because I will have passed the age limit where they'll allow me to do it. And by February, I will not be allowed to do that. Isn't that crazy? They let me do it last year, but they won't let me do it this year. They got age limit, all kinds of crazy age limits on these excursions. Trust me, have I ever written in about it? Mm-hmm. Okay? You can say, here's our...
You shared your opinion.
Well, sure. I did. A little bit of orange coming out this side, right like that. Now, let's see what we can do about... let's see what else I can do here. A little bit of white, just adding more white to this. Maybe a little bit lighter right there. Okay, I think we're pretty good there, but I might lighten this up. And then the same light color here, using just the angle, that's why I love an angle brush. Using just the angles, you come down here and you can do his chin. Just like that. Maybe put a little bit of gold with it. A little bit of yellow oxide with it. Here's his whiskers on his chin, like that.
Jeanette is wishing you a happy 30th birthday. I thought you were going to be 31.
Yeah, me too.
Huh.
So crazy, isn't it? Time flies.
You lose count, don't you?
Yeah, I remember being 24 and looking at somebody 30 and thinking they were just ancient, well preserved or something. It's funny how times have... Well, one of the things that we all got influenced by back when I was a kid, you didn't have a lot of people that were doing athletic things past the age of 45, particularly not women. And then they started, and they, most actresses, they just quit hiring them when they were older. And then suddenly that changed. Remember Charlie's Angels?
I don't think I do.
You didn't watch Charlie's Angels on TV?
I'm sorry.
No? Oh, come on. You didn't watch Charlie's Angels?
Oh, Charlie's Angels. I thought, is that what you were saying?
Yeah, Charlie's Angels.
Yeah, of course I watched Charlie's Angels.
Well, I mean, those gals were, the oldest actresses they'd ever, I mean, that was, you know what I mean? And they were suddenly in their 30s and gorgeous. See what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
The public just had and then, I don't know, then they got better cosmetics and ways that people could stay looking younger. And then the perception changed. Jack LaLanne was out there with his, crossing the English Channel at 90 or something. And people realized that you really couldn't attribute an age to any kind of physical fitness. See how I keep just layering some colors? You see, I haven't done much of anything yet. Haven't put on any of the cute blues. I'm just playing with color here. Do you see that?
All right, let's readdress. So a lot of people just come in late because apparently Angela ran a little over. So a couple of questions have come up. One is, would you consider stylized painting the same as surrealism?
No, it's not the same. Stylized painting is definitely not the same as surrealism. Surrealism, you got to go. Surrealism, really, you got to go look at Salvador Dali with his melting clocks, and that kind of stuff. And the stuff was painted absolutely photorealistically, but he made it all different. You know what I mean? The paintings, there's different kinds of surrealism. Salvador Dali is the guy that I would say was the biggest one for surrealism, the one you could kind of count on. I'm going to go into a little bit of blues now, you guys.
Okay, now, what you're about to do.
Yeah?
John, which is one of our, not me, John, another John, one of our 3 percentile.
Yeah?
Would like more information on deciding what colors go where. He's one of the late arrivals.
Okay.
So if you can just kind of recap that one more time.
All right, so here's what we started with, okay? We started with this picture. Well, I painted this picture this afternoon. I'm one of these people who did my homework last too, right? And this is what we've got so far, all right? Because what we've done is we've laid down the warm colors, okay, first. This is basically a warm color painting with cool color accents. And you're going, what's a warm and cool color? Well, think of fire and stuff. All the reds and stuff, blues are cool. Does it make sense, kind of?
You got your color wheel?
So, yeah, I've got a color wheel around here somewhere. Who knows where? This is just chaos over here. Here's one. All right, here's a color wheel. Okay? So, when you look at a color wheel, you decide on the colors. Your accent colors, if you're going all warm, your accent colors would be the colors that are opposite the color wheel. And the orange, it would be turquoise and blues. Those are your accent colors. Okay? If you were doing an all blue lion, which you easily could have done, then your accent colors would have been orange. You don't want it 50-50. When you're generally doing it, whether it's an abstract or anything else, you generally want to, pick something and have your accent colors be the complements. Yellow is the complement of purple and vice versa. And complement means that they're opposite each other. But if you'll look at, say, football team uniforms and things like that, people really they study all that stuff to make sure that certain colors really appeal to the eye. So we're starting here with the darks. I'm adding a little bit of almost purple-blue color now up in here, like that, adding a few bit more darks here into the center of our lion up here like this, into his head. And add a little bit more here. But in our black and white picture, what we did, I showed you how to grid it on, even showed you how to do it wrong and how to fix it. That's good, right? Basically, if you'll notice that even in these paintings, look at what's light. Because if you started with a black and white, say, realistic photo of what you were painting, the values, and that means whether something's lighter or darker, you can see that, understand that your browns sort of count as darker, but your yellows and these peach colors are lighter. Do you see that? So you still have to keep the same values, all right? Look at the eyes. Even though they're green, they look very light in the print, don't they? So every once in a while, just check yourself and make sure you're getting your values right. It doesn't matter what colors you use. Those certain colors are more appealing than others, okay? So we took a Posca pen, and we did the eyes.
Kind of make him scary eyes to start with.
Yeah, right now he's just kind of looking at us like dead eyes, right? But basically what we're doing now is we're sort of we're going to break up this dark spot now here. We just put a little dark there in the center, and we're going to break that up a bit. You know, I love paint because you can just, you know, just kind of fool around with it. You've got a lot of options. I want something a little lighter here. Still doing light values. I want something a little lighter here, so I add a little white here like that, and a little bit of light right here. Here, there, and I know I want something very light under here. Still. Very light here. Make sure I have that. Light here. And I want to make sure this is curving. Get a nice curve on here, okay? So I think what I'll do first is just take some white paint in a little tiny bit of phthalo blue and yellow and more white, a little bit more yellow, and a little tiny bit more phthalo. Okay, so I've got this green color, right? What I'm going to do now is just paint these eyes in green like that.
That paint's had plenty of time to dry.
Yeah, oh, that paint's had plenty of time to dry. Could have hit it with a hairdryer if I wasn't sure. Let's start with the green. Very light green color, okay? Now,
it's looking better.
Pinch the brush and take a little bit of white and yellow, very light, okay? And I want to come under the bottom part of this eye, on the underneath side, like that, and lighten up the bottom. Give it a little bit of a glow. See that? Lighten up the bottom section, like that. Lighten that up. Okay, so now we're into the green sections. Now what we could do? Well, I'll wipe the brush off, and maybe I'll put a little bit of this light green color right here on his nose. And maybe I'll put a little bit, let's see, this kind of eye color. Maybe I'll put something right there. Maybe add a little bit more blue to it so it's not quite that light. Like that. Okay, like that, a little bit of blue. We're going to start putting in some colors, some of the blues. I know I want some there's a little ultramarine blue and white, like this. Just you'll notice I'm moving it up. I want a little bit of this ultramarine blue color here on his nose, like that. And maybe I want some of this color over here and up in here like this. I want to say that I want to come up with his, should have done that with this orange too. I didn't. I'm going to do that right now. Come out of the top here up there. Let's make this a little bit more raggedy and then even up here at the top of his head. Okay. And the same thing here. Let's start a little bit of, let's take a little bit of this blue-green color and put it here, maybe a little bit on his ear, like that. Okay. So starting to put a little bit of color. Now I like this color. I'm going to put a little more white on my brush. Brush is dirty, okay? So I'm just kind of mixing it now. I'm going to come under here like this. Lighten this right here, under this eye right here. Maybe on this side of the eye I'm going to lighten something. Put a little light right there, a little bit of light up here. It's kind of a blue-green light color. Okay. All right, so you see how we're getting him now kind of. A picture like this gets really pretty when you phthalo blue and ultramarine blue together and white are pretty. A picture like this gets really nice when you let things dry and then you start layering colors, right? So just 1, 2, 3, stop, a few little brush strokes. Don't go too nuts on me now, right? So I'm going to brush down here like that. And I want to come in here like this and say I want this a little darker right here on the side of his nose. This is all up here like that. And I think what we need to do is play with his eyes a little bit. Here, just put a little blue up here like this. Let's just keep going with his eyes a little bit. We have a black Posca pen. I had one out tonight. As I recall, I had one. John? I know I had one. I was playing with it. Did you move anything on here?
Yeah, I took it away from you.
Oh, you had me signing things. You grabbed my pen?
Well, yeah, where else I was going to get one?
I give up. Where were you going to get one?
From you.
Yeah, okay, so I'm going to just take a pen and do his eyes. I could do a brush. We could do a brush, but I'm going to just do a pen and do his eyes because it's a little bit easier. Okay. Thank you. These Posca pens are really nice. You shake them up really well with the cap on always when you're doing pens. Okay, that's a fine line pen. I'm going to come around here like this. I'm going to give the eye an outline. It's going to come up this way. And it's very dark here in the corner. Okay, and then this part of his eye right here, here's his pupil here at the top, like that, okay? And it's kind of dark in the corner, like that. And we'll do the same thing with this one. Outline it.
Emily would like to know, are you continually referring to your black and white picture?
What I'm referring to is the one I did. The painting. I did, because I've already done it. See, I've already painted this, so that's what I'm referring to, is the one I'm painting, what I've already painted. Right? Does it make sense? Now let's come around here with his nose and, flush out his nose a little bit. Probably should have done this with a brush, but anyway, kind of flushing in his nose a little bit at this point. Now I think I'll take the brush and do the rest of it. I just dropped the mic behind me, John.
That would be the battery pack.
The battery pack, yeah.
All
right, now I'm going to take a little purple now. No, don't do that. Where'd my rags go? Here. Had too much water on this brush. It was sitting in the water. All right, here's a little purple right here, like this. Like that. And I'm going to come around this eye a little bit and add a little bit of purple here. Yeah, it just sort of fell. I moved to get something. Okay. And I want to come under here like this. And bring that around. Then take a little bit of purple and white. A little bit brighter purple and come in here like that. Both sides. Bring this down. And let's just play with the... I know you don't need a pen. I mean, you could have a pen, but you don't really need one at this point. What you want is something dark under here, like that. Okay. Now, let's make sure that this is up here like that. Okay, so then I'm going to take a little bit of white, a little dot of white, put that in each eye, like that. Okay. And I think I could work on his pupil just a bit here, make it a little bit bigger. There. Okay, so I'm going to say here's coming down here like that. And so now that we've got at least we've got, the eyes in, we can work on the rest of it. And sometimes that's helpful, is to get that, to get some of the eyes in, and then we'll do that. So basically, now we're just going to start pulling in some shadow colors. There's a little blue coming along here like this. A little more blue on his nose. I want to put a little bit lighter blue here. Okay, maybe a little bit right here. And let's put a little bit of that color right on top of his nose here, too. Okay. So I think you'll find if you did a couple of these, I think you'd find that you'd get a little looser the second time you did it. Just start getting in the habit of adding, some colors. Like here's a little bit of purple. You don't want to overdo it, but you might add some more colors. Just something like that. You might add some more. Let's see. Purple and cad red medium let's see, let's get a little darker. We'll get this rounder here like that on his nose. This comes out like that a little bit. And the nice thing about acrylics is whenever you do anything, right, and rinse your brush and wipe it off in between sessions, whenever you do anything, you can, for instance, dry it and go back over it. So if you have a color you put somewhere and you don't like it, that's okay. I'm going to put a little bit of this light yellow up here, maybe a little bit right here on his nose now. Come down here, because this is all about layers. You see, dried layers. Yeah, here's the trick about complements that you may not have thought about, okay? Okay, here's something about complements that you may not have thought about. Complements make mud. In other words, if you paint two complements together, you get a very dark, dirty color. Okay? So if you're going to be doing something like this, it's really important, okay, I mean really important, to make sure that that your colors are dry before you go to the next colors. In other words, don't just start putting orange and then blue and saying, well, it didn't work out, Ginger, it all came out muddy. It's exactly what it's going to do. So we're talking and I'm adding colors, right? But, like I'm not going to put any light turquoise on here, okay, until when? Until, I won't put any until I'm pretty sure that the other colors are dry. Does that make sense? Okay, and I'm looking to see how the colors are dry and which colors I'm going to put where. See how we're kind of building up. I want to say it's that we're building up the color on this lion. Going to rinse the brush again, wipe it off. You see me always pinch the brush. I'm going to come up with some white, a little bit of yellow, and a tiny bit of blue. There, like that. And I want something really light right here. Underneath his eye now. See that? Look at that. See what that does? I mean, that just really makes a difference. And maybe I want to put it, let's see, where else could I put this color? I think I had a little bit of this color right along here. Maybe just a touch of that. Something by his nose. Maybe I even had a little bit of light right there coming down on the inside of his eye. Just something light right there. It's all about lights and darks. This is what you're all working for, towards lights and darks. Okay, I want something a little bit lighter up here now. Let's see, did I get that light enough right under this eye here? How about here? Is that light enough? Did I get this curve? Okay. See, we're just adding some colors. I want the top of this ear lighter. Okay, so I'm going to come back up here and do that. Because as it starts to dry, I can look at it. You see how we've kept layering all these colors. Let's see, what about a little bit of orange up in here like that? A little bit of lights. Something going up this way. Okay, that's good. Let's see, what else could we do? So I haven't done all the turquoises yet, but I want to do that pretty quick. Round that off, okay. Now, John, while I'm doing this, do we have any questions that I can answer? Well, maybe there's some questions I can't answer, but anybody ask any questions? Let me rephrase that.
Not so far.
Okay, so all right. So again, if you've joined us late, this is what we're doing: the stylized lion. Okay.
Which is different than surrealism.
And it's not. Well, it's not. Obviously, it's not totally realistic, is it? Right. But all right. So let's go into our turquoise colors. A little bit of yellow.
Here's a question from Roxanne.
Yeah.
Is there a trick to make the eyes look more aggressive, angry, happy, sad, etc.?
Sure. There is.
There is. Now, what kind of eyes do you think you have right now?
Well, I think they're kind of sweet. He's looking up at you going, where's lunch?
Yeah. Are you my lunch?
Yeah, so it depends where you put the pupil. Well, look at some pictures of different expressions.
Put out your first one, because the first one is more in the center. He's looking right at you.
Yeah.
So it's pupil location.
Yeah.
And then how wide open they are and squint.
Yeah.
There's another question. Are you considering a light source for shadows or anything on this particular painting?
Well, sure. I had a black and white photo. I mean, I had a real photograph of a lion, so you bet. You know, I'm doing it. They shot the lion however they did. I'm just following the light sources from the lion that my original painting, my original photograph, okay, which I can't show you. Because when you use a paint my photo photograph, you can no longer, you can use the photograph, you just can't
show it to anybody.
You can't show it, so screw them. I'm not showing it, and I'm not going to say who did it either. If that's what their rules are. It's okay with them if I use it. I just can't show it to you. But I got this from Paint My Photo, so, you know, I don't mind. It's just I can't. Now I'm getting into the brighter blue, see that? So that there's turquoise colors. Okay, and we're starting to add some turquoise accents to this, because turquoise is kind of this light blue is the complement of orange.
Becky's asking with this type of art, if you put a certain color on one side, should you also put that color on the opposite side?
You don't have to. You don't have to. You could. You don't have to, but you sure could. How's that? Just see how I'm just changing it depending on how he's looking up? Okay? So, yeah, you could, but you don't have to. I mean, the sky's the limit. When you see people do these kind of pictures, this is where you can't teach a good idea. Does that make sense? You can't teach a good idea. Like, for instance, I'm having a little bit lighter orange right here, okay? And I might put a little bit of this lighter orange right up here on his nose now. I'm starting to go into the lighter colors. And maybe up here on his ear, and something up here like that. See, I'm starting to add some lighter colors, and maybe a little bit more orange right up in here like that, see? Kind of careful to avoid those blues, right?
Kendra's asking a question. Can we substitute the blue for another color?
Well, I guess you could do purple. No, well, why did we use the blue? We used the blue because it was the complement of orange. That's why we used it. So if you substitute the blue, I mean, you could make it a red and green lion, but it's not going to look all that great. You could do purple and stuff, but you've got to understand why do you pick a color? Does that make sense?
Remember, we're going opposites.
I'm going to put a little purple under this eye.
Get your color wheels out.
And deepen it out here, okay? And I'm going to put a little bit darker purple up here on the nose, like that. There. And I need a little bit darker right here. It's going to flesh out his nose a little bit. Okay? And I did not want that color there, so let's take that off.
Chris would like to know, when you do these paintings the second and third time for us, for example, do you look at the photo or your painting for reference?
I'm looking at the painting I did.
She always goes back to what she created the last time. And if she does it a third time, she'll look at her second one. Well, she'll probably look at them both.
Yeah, probably look at them both, right?
But after she's done it, she won't go back to the original again.
No. Yeah, we're going to add a little bit more purple here. See how we're deepening up some purple? A lot of times maybe a little purple and red here.
Oh, here's an interesting question.
What?
Cheryl would like to know, how would I go about doing one of these type of paintings with a short-haired animal?
Well, it wouldn't be that much different.
Because it's kind of like his muzzle is. I mean, his muzzle is short hair.
Yeah.
And she's just putting the color in there, blending it in.
You know, I'm just putting the color. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, varying the size of the brush stroke. Notice that these brush strokes are short, right? And some of them are longer. Does that make sense? I want to get it some dark down here at the bottom. See, and continue this down a little bit. Maybe bring some dark down here. Some darker red down here from the bottom. Let's bring some red up. Now look what happens when we start doing some pure red color. Cad red, right? Maybe put a little of that color right here. Not on both sides, just on one side. So much depends on when you're painting something like this. So much depends on just even how it looks as a one color placement of something. Does that make sense? One color placement will change how this will look. You know, it's not just his pupils, although that makes a difference. Turquoise is phthalo blue, white, and a tiny bit of yellow, in case anybody was wondering how to get a good turquoise. I think I've got... Yeah, okay. All right, so it's coming now. Let's see, I want to say that he's got, you see me rinse and then wipe. I'm going to come along here like this and tap in some dots where his whiskers go. Just sort of tapping it in with the brush, and then we'll put his whiskers. I want to make sure I've got his chin light enough. Some thin ones here. I've got something light up here. Let's see. I want to bring this eye up a little bit here in the corner. Okay, that's good. Make this a little bit wider right here. Okay, just deepen the eye right there. I may have to come back with the pen on this. All right. Now, to get your whiskers, I'm going to use kind of a pale green color for the whiskers. Okay. And incidentally, before we go too far, did you guys see what we painted last night, by the way, before I get... Well, that's drying for a second. You seen what we painted last night?
I did.
So this is what we did last night, in case anybody wants to know.
Let me back out a little bit. Whoop.
This is our painting from last night. If you missed this video last night, this was our Monday night video on this old church and the kind of the...
Snowy church in the woods.
Snowy church in the woods. And we also, earlier this year on YouTube, we did this painting. And I've seen some of these. Do you have our Christmas cards, John?
I do.
Let me show you some cards. I mean, do you guys see this one? I'm kind of letting this dry for a second, you guys.
Let me turn off the palette cam 1 second.
Yeah, it's okay.
Sit here, Sammy. You're in charge.
We got some really neat cards in the mail today, and I want you to see. Check out this. I'm just going to move this for a second, you guys. Check out this painting. This is a painting we have on YouTube that you can do, right, on an oval canvas. And look at one of our viewers, right, made this painting and turned it into her Christmas card. Isn't that gorgeous? Can you believe that? I love the fact that you did. And this is from, I'll read it to you. We got these nice cards. I'm going to read it to us. Here's the back. Okay, so here's a picture of the artist, and she says, "Dear Ginger, so honored that you wanted me to send you my Christmas card. Thank you for guiding and teaching me to paint this picture. Merry Christmas to you all. You and John. Warm regards, Mary." And she got this made on a company called Shutterfly. That's shutterfly.com. You know, if you haven't gone to them, I've used them before. Isn't that just cool? And that was her painting from this tutorial. Now, you guys, that is neat. Is that not a yes and a yes? Is that a yes and yes? All right, now here's a Christmas card we got.
Oh, you're killing me.
From Dave, Cindy, and David. Merry Christmas. And from our family to yours. And here's her painting that she did of
and she put the horses and chickens in.
She put the horses... She painted right on here with and she used glitter snow. How cool. What a great idea that is. Look at the glitter snow. And she goes, and she got the horse and the chickens and everything in that same picture. How cool is that, you guys? Because no two of us will ever paint the same picture exactly the same way. But if we can be inspired by the art we give you and you're inspired to do something, how cool is that? And then our last Christmas card came from Harry and Roseanne, the head Heidelmans. And they said, "Thank you for all you do, and you have taught me." And then here's her Christmas card. and it says rejoice, and there's this beautiful holly and so forth. But I have to say, so excited to get these cards in the mail. Did Judy say we could open her gift?
Yes, she did.
Okay. So while we're doing that too, I'm giving away, we said we'd have a giveaway today.
Yeah, but you can't start painting that yet.
No, we're going to be doing a giveaway this in a little bit, and I'm going to give away a painting that I do in 10 minutes, okay? We'll tell you how you can win that tonight. All right, so we have a Christmas gift from
Gifts.
Gifts
That's what you've done.
from our friend Judy. Oh, look at this, right? This is John's. This is Ginger's. You know, I almost feel like I should put these under the tree, John. I feel kind of bad opening these now.
She said open before Christmas.
She said open before
well,
Christmas.
maybe just open the box. Oh, Sammy has something.
Sammy has something? Maybe we can open Sammy's. Do you think he'll notice? Judy, I feel like I need to open these at Christmas, but look, you sent them, we're going to open them. All right, to John. My gosh, this was like, really?
That's it.
Look at this. Well, you guys want to know what Sammy got? And you're going, who is Sammy?
They know who Sammy is. He's been on the air all night.
Okay, so all right, so this is, all right, John, because of the time and stuff, I wonder if I should open these now. I'm going to open Sammy's, okay? I'm going to open Sammy's. I want to save these, Judy, for Christmas. Or I'll take a picture and show you. I feel like, but I'm so excited about that. Let's open Sammy's. Can't wait to see what Sammy got for Christmas. Okay, you ready?
He's watching.
Oh boy, she'll be so excited. We so appreciate this, Judy. Thank you so much. And also, Judy.
Ooh, it's a white box. I love white boxes.
I know. Judy, also, if you haven't joined our, on Facebook, the Ginger Cook Acrylic Painting Club on Facebook, please join. We made a club just for us acrylic artists. You can sit there, and if you've done something from one of my lessons, fine. If you created something on your own, fine. We want to see it. All the artists, we're all going to cheer you on. No trolls allowed. Only people, if they can't say nice things, they get kicked out. So you want to feel good about your artwork, come show it to us. We'll say something great about it. And occasionally you can put CC on it, 2 capital C's, and some of the group may offer you suggestions. And even though I do personal art coaching for acrylic members of our art academy at gingercooklive.gallery, you might even occasionally, if you've asked for help, get a comment from me. So, and then I post all kinds of tips and tricks up there all week long. If you're not a member of the Ginger Cook Acrylic Painting Club, please join. Oh my gosh, what did Sammy get?
Honey sticks.
Honey sticks.
Woohoo!
Woohoo!
I love honey sticks.
Wait, it's an outfit? Feeling lucky. Look
I
at
need
that
for my cruising.
And he's got an elf apron.
That goes with my outfit. I got an outfit. Yeah.
From Teddy Mountain. Isn't that cute?
Yeah, perfect fit.
Oh my gosh. Well, this is so exciting. Okay.
Thank you, Miss Judy.
Thank you, Miss Judy. And thank you, Judy. Judy's one of our
moderators. Miss Judy. Hello.
Hello, Miss Judy. Thank you, Judy. And Judy's one of our moderators. Hey, you know the voice that sings at the end of our show? Judy.
Yeah, that's
Judy. Judy, that's the voice that sings the song at the end of our show about Ginger's painting with Ginger. And Judy's also one of the moderators on our acrylic painting club, along with 5 other people that just work tirelessly. We'll give you their name. I don't know if I'm supposed to give their names or not, so I'll be quiet, but I don't know if I am. So, all right, I'm going to get back to doing this, and then we're going to do that 10-minute giveaway. I'm excited about that. Wanted to just mention that. And also, John, if you can show me the painting we're going to be doing at the end for our members. We mentioned this because we have new people who do not know I have an acrylic art academy. And you're going, well, why would I want to join that? You give me a bunch of free lessons on YouTube. It's true, darling, I do. I give you free lessons on YouTube.
But we need to discuss.
But what you may not know is that we have over 375 lessons on our website, all varying from very, very basic beginner, never picked up a brush before, how to blend all this stuff, to very, very complicated lessons. And we have members that are at this point painting at this level who never painted before. And I'm telling you what, you can send your art in for personal art coaching, and I'll make small suggestions and send it back. You send it to me 2 or 3 times. Sometimes I'll work with you 3 or 4 times if we need to really get it where we can bring out your best abilities as painting. And look at that. This is from one of our old dead artists, originally done in the 1860s. And I love this as the release. Every week, our Academy members get a new release. This is the week. This week, we're releasing these books. How cool is that? We try to do it on Thursday, but if it's very complicated,
That's a very complicated one.
this is actually a two. This is
This is
lesson.
a box of cookies, a glass of milk, and you better have some Tums ready.
Yeah, so that's a complicated one, but we have some very easy ones too. So, all right. So we'd see. Before I digressed with all this, let's just take a little mister bottle. If you guys don't own one of these, they're like $1. Jerry sells them.
Probably
And
$2
you want to
now.
mist your paint a little bit every once in a while so it doesn't dry out. The flatter you get your paint, the flatter on your canvas is
If you
kinder
got
it's
the
gonna
right
be.
painting there, boss,
What?
that looks like the one you did earlier.
It is. Thank you. Good thought. There. All right. Good.
There we
got
go.
it. Right. Here we go. You stay there. All right. So now I'm going to just take that angle brush and let's see, pinch it. There we go. I love these angle brushes. And here's the other thing I want to share with you. You may not know it. These are called Ruby Satin Silver short-handled angle brushes.
Yes, that bookshelf one is only for the Academy members. It's like 5 hours long.
Anyway, the angle brushes, you can get them at different art stores. If you go to thebrushguys.com, they ship internationally for one flat rate price. I think our friend Sylvia in Australia said it was $25 to get a whole box
Yeah.
full of brushes to Australia.
That's a flat rate international fee.
Yeah, so you're going to do a little bit light here on the nose. Maybe right here too, okay? Here's just a few little short ones like that. Pinch the brush, squeeze it, and then you can do some very, very fine lines like that. Here's some little stuff, and then let's see, is there anything else I want to add to this? The more you layer, of course, the funner it gets, but here's a little bit of, maybe I want to put a little bit, come back up here with some bright red. Just some little accent piece. Here's my second. Red's one of those weird little colors where when you add it toward the end, it kind of shows up. It's kind of cool. You see, he's getting a little less friendly now, right? You notice how he's gotten a little bit less friendly? And those are just small little things. Let me just take a little bit of white here.
Apparently, Canada has $17.95 flat rate for the brush guys.
Well, gosh, that's pretty good, right? And we had some friends that wrote us from Europe, and they said that even it was cheaper than anywhere else they'd found in Europe to buy them from the brush guys too. And I can't swear to that, but anyway, there's a little bit of highlight here on his nose. All right, and let's see, anything else I want to do to this? Sometimes just the smallest things can make a difference. Let's see, and I think we're pretty much done with our picture here, you guys. That's our stylized lion for the night. If you want to come and add a few more colors here and there,
Okay, Sam, you gotta go sit down now.
what do you think? Ooh, that's too much paint. All right, but I would say that we're in good shape. See, just a little bit of bright orange right there. There we go. I'm pretty happy with that. Okay, so is it exactly like this one? But it's pretty close, right? And it just depends, the eyes, how the expression, how you do it. But anyway, that's how you would paint a stylized anything. If an animal, different colors. Pick your warm and cool colors and play with that. See what you get. I would say that. I see a little bit of a purple here. I want something a little bit darker right here, a little bit of a shadow right here maybe. Bring his nose in there like that. There, that makes him look a little more fierce, doesn't it? I like that. Fierce, that's the word I'm looking for with this little critter. Fierce. Okay. So I would say we've got a lion. Now, for our 10-minute challenge of the day.
Just hang on there, Bucky.
I don't know what I can do in 10 minutes. I'll do the best I can. Okay? Going to do the best I can in 10 minutes. I'm hanging on. Maybe can I open something else from Judy? Huh?
Sure.
Let's see. I'm going to open something else from Judy if I have to wait for you.
Well, just a second. I have to get this thing set up. All of a sudden, you're doing it. What's the secret word of the day? Larry.
Larry?
Yeah, because Larry the lion.
Larry's our secret word? Why is that? Do we have
Larry's the lion.
Yeah, okay.
Sammy named them.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
All right, this little 6x8 canvas, and again, what we try to do is use up our extra paint. Judy sent all this nice stuff. Really like it. I just want to shake it. Look at this. All right, we have to know what's in this one, don't we, guys? All right, we got to know. Look, she put my picture on it. Isn't that cute? Judy, you are so clever. I got to open it, darling. I'm sorry.
I can't believe you're doing that.
I am. I got to open it.
Right in front of all these people?
I am. I got to open it. They want to know, too. I shook it.
Oh, did you see them texting you? Is that what you're seeing?
Uh-oh, this is looking good. Vermont candy.
Ooh.
Look, Maple Grove Old candy. Who couldn't love candy? Well, you had to have the candy. Look at that. Oh, this is real maple sugar candy. Oh,
yeah, how much did I get
Judy.
of the last one?
You didn't get any.
No, I got 0.
Oh, Judy, love this. Thank you so much. All right, we'll just, I'll save something for Christmas. Really? Oh, look, there's another one. It's to John.
Hey, that's
I won't
mine.
open it. I'm leaving it alone.
Back
All right,
off
you
there.
guys, are you ready for me to paint something
Okay.
in 10 minutes?
What we do is we use Alexa to time this, and she has 10 minutes to create a painting. And I will give you a web link in the chat box in a second that you'll be able to enter. You need to enter in Larry as the secret word of the day. And you also need to make sure either you want to be on our mailing list or not be on our mailing list. If you do not want to be, please click no. It costs us money to have you there. So we'd rather you say no if you don't want to hear from us.
But you know, and we haven't had a newsletter out in 2 months. That we might probably.
We're really sorry about that.
We're really sorry. We've just been busy. But you know, we have good intentions.
We do. Our intentions are great. They're super. They're super.
Yeah.
All right. Ready?
All right.
Alexa, I need a 10-minute timer.
Okay.
10 minutes. Starting now.
You're on. Okay, she's off and running. Now, I am going to put in the URL link, the link to the contest. Has now been posted, which is kind of off-center from what you guys are doing. Secret word is Larry. You know what this looks like right off the bat? It looks like one of those dinosaurs.
I don't know what to tell you, baby.
Well, you know, we could guess on what it is.
You can guess on what it is. You sure can.
I mean, people will start guessing. All right, let's put that link one more time for you folks.
All right.
Only enter the contest if you'd like to win this painting. This is a 10-minute challenge.
You may not want it at all. It's my Christmas card to you. You may not even want it. But, you know, enter it if you think you might want to win it. And if you look at it and say, oh, Ginger, don't send me that. That's all right. We'll send it to the next person.
Absolutely. We're flexible. The link didn't work? Uh-oh. Hold on. Let me go to another URL. Let me try it.
Okay. Well, I can still be painting it, right?
Yeah, you can go. It worked for me. It's taking a while to load. Try it again. Error not found. Bad link. Error. All right. Do. All right. Try this. Go there. I knew we should have tested this before we did this.
Well, they can still win it while I'm painting it, and then I can get more than 10 minutes. Just back off. Right?
You're not going to get more than 10 minutes.
Well, you know, they may not get anything then. Then I have the contest, right?
That's true.
So back off.
Sally, thank you for a donation and all this chaos. We appreciate that.
Back
See
off.
if those links work. One of those links should work, guys. It's working for me. Why would it work for me and not you guys? Let me know if it's working. Oh, a penguin with an umbrella. I like that. I was able to submit my name and Larry the Lion. 404 error. Still not working. Drat. We got one entry. Looks like we're going to have one person winning tonight. That link worked for me, guys. Oh, all these people.
You're making them all crazy, John.
Yeah, I wonder why that's not working.
Give up. Why isn't it working?
I don't know, because it has all the proper info. Let me see. How about if we take that part out and just do that? Where we all right, let's try that link without the HTTP. You're gonna have to page not found. Well, we got one person in that's a winner.
Don't tease people like that.
Well, I can't help it. They're doing it themselves. I mean, it's working for me.
But John, you're a computer wizard. It doesn't dare not work for you.
It does know that it shouldn't. Well, this is most disappointing. Okay, they're starting to get into it.
They are.
Yeah, it looks like it. Let's refresh and see if we got some. Yeah, we're coming in now. All right. Averted. Oh, that's cute. All right. All right, anybody have any questions while we're waiting? Let's check with Alexa, see how much time's left. Alexa, how much time is left on the timer?
You have one timer, a 10-minute timer, with about 4 minutes and 40 seconds left.
All right, 4 minutes and 40 seconds. Wendy, put your link out there again. Apparently you got one that works. Wendy, if you got your link handy? Not. Where's that one going?
Let's see, where do we got here going here? Where'd my ruler go? Nothing's here where I need it.
You had a ruler a second ago.
I give up. Where did it go? I know I had it really. I had something.
You had that white one?
I'm under pressure now. I feel pressured, John.
You should. This is a 5-minute painting. Ooh, nicely done. Alexa, how much time's left on the timer?
Don't keep doing
You
that.
have one timer, a 10-minute timer, with about 3 minutes left.
See, I had 3 minutes. You just shut up.
You got plenty of time.
Yeah, but you're making me crazy with this, how much time's left on the timer stuff.
Hey, she has to talk. She's an important person of the family.
Who? Who are you talking about?
Alexa.
Good grief.
Alexa, how are you feeling today?
I'm doing great. Did you know cats sometimes talk to me when there's nobody else around? So far, I've learned one word.
I'm sure Sammy talks to you, too. Okay.
I'm sure Sammy and Chester carry on a whole conversation with her.
Hang on a second.
guess I kind of missed that warning that you were going to use the hairdryer, didn't I? Ooh. I'm liking that, Ginger. Looking fine. Nothing about the painting. All you need to do was just put in Larry. Unless you want to make any other comments.
Where's my toothbrush?
I had it right there in front of you. Time's up, my dear. You go ahead and do that. Alexa, off. All right, folks. We've taken all the entries we're going to get. Hope we got some in there. All right, my dear. You got it? A little bit? Go ahead, finish that up, and I will get the report exported out. What we do is we have a database, and it assigns a number when you got your email confirmation that you sent something that has a number on it, and you can see your lucky number. And we have Alexa picks a number for us. So in a second here, we'll know how many entries we had as Ginger finishes it up.
Yeah, you can do that. I'm just adding a few, little bit more of the,
Yeah.
a little bit of the,
A little more snow and
a little
sleet.
bit of more snow and a little bit of drips coming off the umbrella. Right, like that, as long as we're waiting, right?
Right. I'm finishing it up now.
I was going to write Bah Humbug,
That's
forgot.
not the Christmas spirit.
right? But there you go, right? Christmas card from us, basically.
Okay, so we have from there. Well, for a not working guys, you certainly did make it work. 111 entries.
Wow, okay.
All right, so we'll go for a little bit before and a little bit after. Hey, come here. All right. What do we have? 80, 65? So go. No.
So we've got a snowman melting. How fun is that?
555 to 685. All right, we ready? Ooh, she signed it.
I signed it, you guys. There you go.
All right, here we go. I'm going to pick a number. Alexa, pick a number between 560 and 685.
Your random number between 633.
633 is the winner. 633. 34, 33. Lillian. Lillian Romers? My glasses have had it. Lillian? Lillian, are you out there? Lillian, please send us an email on the Contact Us form on our gingercooklive.gallery with your mailing address. And after this dries and gets shellacked, we will send it your way. Congratulations. Let me get the name. I can copy and paste the name. Here we go. Duke. Winner. Bam. Here we go. There's the official winner.
Lillian, our official winner?
Liliana?
Yeah?
Yes, it's me. She goes by Lil. Okay, Lil, just
okay,
use the Contact Us
congratulations.
form so we get the... What?
I want you to notice that we're saying it's rain because all the brush strokes are going this way. See what I mean? That's why we're indicating rain.
Okay.
I just thought that was important to mention that, right? Well, I mean, people just might not think about that, right?
That's true.
And,
That's why she's got a sad face. She's melting. But she's going to become an icicle. That's a cute picture.
Thank you.
Took you maybe 12 minutes. I'll give you the extra 2, though.
Thank you. Need a little time to dry that.
Yeah, I saw that.
I should dot the I
Again,
on
anybody
Christmas.
has questions about the cruise, contact us on the Contact Us form on gingercooklive.gallery and say cruise info, birthday cruise info.
All right, so I guess we'll put that. Congratulations! Thanks for playing, you guys. I hope this was fun. Hope you felt fairly inspired by this. Something different to do. I think that a lot of times we do a lot of flowers, a lot of different things. So I hope you enjoyed our lion.
I did.
And just get the sense of how you might do it. Again, we did the grid, we drew him on, and even made a correction on the grid. And I want you to know that's very possible to make corrections. It's easy. He's easy enough to do. And we used warm and cool colors. And really didn't use a lot of different colors. In fact, I didn't, here's Naphtha Crimson. We never even used any of that color.
Put the painting back out there.
This one?
Nope, that one. Hey, no, move the lion. How is Mary spelled?
Merry.
There's 2 R's in there?
Yeah.
Okay. It's kind of hard to see through the...
I think so. Let me put my glasses on. I think there was. Merr, maybe. Well, no, there isn't. So it's like a stamp that's...
So it's Mery. This is a special, one of a kind, never to be repeated. Do you know what the value of that just went up? Double.
And here's the thing. This is why I failed miserably as a sign painter, is that people wanted their words spelled correctly, and you don't have dyslexic sign painters. It's a really bad profession.
That. I think you guys would be great at it.
You'd think so.
I would think so.
But anyway, that's our little snowman.
Well, I'd like to thank everybody that joined us on this exciting, never-ending YouTube live session.
And remember, next week we're going to use Monday. We'll do something really fun. And Tuesday, I've invited my friend Caitlin to come and show us some new paint, some brand new type of acrylic paint that she found. And I'm always about the new stuff. And it's specially paint, especially for furniture. And I've always just used regular acrylics, what we're using here. But if there's something better, I want to know. You want to know. So she's going to bring it and paint something with us. And I'll paint with it too, and we'll see what it's about. What do you think? So next week,
Next Tuesday. That's next Tuesday.
This Tuesday. This coming Monday, we've got another nice live show for you. And of course, if you want to join our acrylic painting club, Ginger Cook Acrylic Painting Club on Facebook, I'm always interested in your input on what you want to paint. Okay, I got people told me less flowers, more snow things, so therefore that's why we did the little church, and I hope you had fun with this, and we'll try to play more games. We didn't do trivia tonight, but maybe next week we'll catch for you guys for trivia. And tell your friends about us, and if you haven't subscribed, please do. Happy holidays. Love you guys. Have a great night.
Good night, Ginger.
Good night, John. Night, Sammy.
Night, Sammy.
Night.
I'm a student, I say with glee, of Ginger Cook's Academy. Take your time and do not rush. Use ruby satin, silver brush. Don't use black and mix the green. Learn what blend and grayscale mean. Yes, I hope each day to earn coaching praises as I learn. I'll be an artist, wait and see. Ginger means the world to me.